Round 13 of the Isuzu UTE A-League got underway at Amy Park as the league leaders and defending premiers Auckland FC took on the champions Melbourne City. City came into the game with just one win in their last 6 matches, whilst the Black Knights were looking to extend their lead at the top of the table. Aurelio Vidmar made 3 changes to his City side that lost last round to the Newcastle Jets, whilst Black Knights boss Steve Corica brought Felipe Gallegos into his starting 11.
Jesse Randall takes it short with De Vries. Now Randall into the area. Jesse Randall. Well, he got hold of that. It's a really good stop from Patrick Beach. Estrada. Good strength. Did that come off the arm of Jurakovic? Perhaps the referee was unsighted. Brook. And now Randall. The ball back for Lockie Brook. And now Rogerson. Still looking for his first goal of the season. He's the only player in that Auckland forward line yet to break his duck. Ball in is a dangerous one off the crossbar. Goodness me. It really looks like the conditions are treacherous for goalkeepers out there. But good in possession, Nabu. He was looking for Schreiber. Verstrata with Rogerson. It's a good ball for Randall. He's quite isolated, but he is quick. Jesse Randall does well. Oh, it's a great ball for Lockie Brook. The little touch. And goal number 6 of the season for Lockie Brook. A cheeky little finish around Patrick Beach. Jesse Randall with the assist. He did brilliantly. And Auckland have the lead. Here's Bajic. Nathaniel Atkinson is really growing into this game as well. He's taking responsibility for things out there.
Particularly in the second half, he's been great.
Matseo does well. He's made an impact. Here's Kuhn. The substitute's doing well. Oh, that's hit the hand of Francis De Vries, surely.
He looks sheepish, doesn't he? His arms are away. Ryan Teague runs across him. His arms are on Ryan Teague. He brings it back towards his body. They're away from his body. Hits the ball. The ball hits his hand, sorry. It's going towards goal. It's got to be a penalty, yeah, surely.
After on-field review, the ball strikes the arm, which is away from the body. The decision is penalty.
And now he steps up and keeps his cool and scores from the spot. Have had all the possession in the second half, 70%. That's a good ball for Bajic. He might get there yet. Bajic does so. Medin Mehmeti with his first goal of the season. He won't score a more simple one. Hats off, as is Bajic. The tireless veteran was instrumental again in a run of 7 consecutive home matches. They have finally managed to pick up for this just the 2nd time maximum points. Aurelio Vidmar's side dug deep and rediscovered some of the values that took them to the title last season. Full time at Amy Park, and the league leaders have been knocked off for just the 3rd time this season. It's finished Melbourne City 2, Auckland 1.
Brisbane Roar travelled to HBF Park on Friday night to take on Perth Glory. The away side were without head coach Michael Valkanis though, who had to return midweek to Greece for a family emergency. Perth coach Adam Griffiths stuck with the same 11 that beat the Mariners 3-0 last time out, whilst assistant coach Borja Lema brought Michael Roos back into the squad to help lead the Brisbane attack.
De Abreu, Lawrence, and the crowd rises. Tom Lawrence advances. He's got Pennington on his left. Uses him now. Pennington, oh, it was a sliced crossed shot. Nearly scored accidentally on purpose. And hopefully both fan bases are rewarded for sticking with their teams through the tough times. Here's a pass from Ostler, and the Glory score! Taggart! So sharp, so incisive, and so good. Adam Taggart opens the scoring for Perth Glory. It's his 8th in 14 against Brisbane. Brakos' corner. Honing in on the near post, headed away by Ostler. Myeroni, and appeals for a handball. It's a corner, and you see the Roar players, they are all approaching the referee.
Well, Taggart doesn't know much about it at point, irrespective. The arms raised away from the body,
After on-field review, there is a handball offence inside the penalty area. Final decision, penalty kick.
Here comes Chris Long. Raw level. Chris Long puts the penalty in the net. There's a little bit of afters for the keeper, but it's all about the goal scorer. He's doubled his season tally, and Brisbane are back on level pegging at HBF Park. Salas surveying his options. Tried to pick out Roos, but he was surrounded by a triangle of Glory players. Now Sam Klein. It's a drifting shot, and it draws an excellent save out of Matt Sutton. It dipped late. Wasn't struck with the sort of venom we've become accustomed to from Sam Klein, but he nearly placed it perfectly. Long throw will fall right at the edge of the 6-yard box. Kaltak, and now Klein with a looping header. Brisbane take the lead, and Sam Klein has headed west and scored at HBF Park again. And the Roar will feel it is no less than they deserve. And Sam Klein has 3 goals in 2 appearances against the Perth Glory. Can't find a way past Sam Sutton, and Sutton's given it away. Klein forces it on by any means necessary. He's found his feet again. Sam Klein, Henry Hoare. Oh, he found dynamite in the boots. But he drove it over the crossbar, and he knows he hit it sweetly.
Klein's done really well with a little drag back. And Henry Hoare takes a snapshot.
A huge defensive stand from the Roar. A come-from-behind win. And what a way to break their losing streak. They vault back up the table. Disappointment for the Glory. But Brisbane make a statement. They are not a spent force, not by a long shot. A fantastic high for the Glory early, but Brisbane come back and take the points. Perth Glory 1, Brisbane Roar 2.
The Western Sydney Wanderers are out of form, and they return to CommBank Stadium hoping to get a win over the Newcastle Jets. This had been a one-sided fixture in recent years, with the Wanderers not losing a home game to the Jets since 2019. Wanderers boss Alan Stajcic made one change to the side that beat Melbourne Victory, bringing in midfielder Dylan Cicluna, whilst Lachlan Bayliss was brought in for Mark Milligan in his Jets starting 11.
Slides a ball, Carluccio made ground, Thurgate on a tight angle and cleared out of the 6-yard box. Desperate defending, and Bernalicio saves the day. And Burgess. Eli Adams wants his left side. Shaughnessy's up, and it's there. Joe Shaughnessy puts the Jets in front. First goal in the A-League, and the centre-back makes it Newcastle 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 0. Great chance for the Jets to double their lead. A touch off, and Adams lashes it in! Hot stuff! Newcastle take a 2-0 lead, and Eli Adams, a scorcher! And now Pandazopoulos. He's going to shoot from range, and it goes wide. Corner deflection, corner kick coming. Here's a shot for a third. Thomas makes a good save, and he has just enough on it to get it over the bar to foil Bayliss. Still Dobson shoots and hits the woodwork. Flush off the post. The Wanderers have now made the one change. Cicluna. Borello at full speed. Barbarouses! Great save, Dalinov. Tips it round the post.
Oh, what a save that was. Wonderful flowing move from Western Sydney Wanderers.
Bertoncello to go to work. Bertoncello turns on the afterburners, and he's past Brillante. Crosses it to Gibson. Gibson steadies, and a good save by Lawrence Thomas. Cleared for a corner, and Lawrence Thomas prevents a third. He whips this one in. First touch from Burgess, and Thomas saves again. Out for a corner it goes. Pandazopoulos driving it low. Whoa! Game back on! And it is a first Isuzu UTE A-League goal for the 19-year-old Awan Moa. Papadopoulos is in space on the wing, and that's where the ball is going. Sees Thurgate making a promising run. The wall! Oh, saved by Demianov. It's Newcastle for the very first time break their CommBank Stadium hoodoo. They win at a venue where they never had previously. And a game which was on their terms for so much of the afternoon ended up becoming a hair-raising finish. But the Jets take third, and it's another defeat for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Newcastle Jets 2.
The original rivalry took place in front of a sold-out Coopers Stadium, as both Adelaide United and Melbourne Victory were hoping to start climbing up the ladder after inconsistent first halves of the season. Adelaide boss Ayrton Andreoli made 2 changes to his squad, bringing in defender Bart Vriens and new signing Ajak Riak, whilst Arthur Dillies added Lockie Jackson to replace the suspended Jason Davidson.
Here's Johnny Yull, look at the run from Goodwin. Is this the moment for that left foot? Craig Goodwin comes inside, still going, lifts it into the back of the net. Big games call for big players. And at Adelaide United, they don't come any bigger. Craig Goodwin, classy finish on the big stage. Adelaide lead by a goal to nil. Juan Mata, who looks deep to the back post for Lupule, gets the touch. The overhead, brilliant save. Fantastic from Josh Smits. The Dutch goalkeeper flying away to his left. Here's Goodwin. Comes inside onto the right, this time deflected and off the post. So close. Craig Goodwin to his second. Ball in from Goodwin, the header. And Selmo again, using that power. Here's Goodwin. Goodwin, and now Kitto! Speak of the devil. Ryan Kitto, second of the season. Is it offside? It is.
After factual review, there is an offside in the lead-up. Final decision, offside.
There it is, it's a kneecap.
And here goes Keegan Jelassic on the charge. He's got Jing Reese, his 50th A-League appearance. Reese fires the follow-up. And Matt Grimaldi, his first victory goal was a winner in the derby. And now he's got his second for the team he used to support as a kid. And he goes and celebrates with the travelling supporters. Jelassic, oh, it's all opened up for him. Now Piscopo. Mata for Grimaldi. Grimaldi! He's done it!
After the on-field review, there is a player in the line of vision. Final decision is offside.
Muñiz, it's a good ball for Garuccio. Just couldn't get it out from under his feet. Muñiz goes again. Drives it in at pace. The header! It's in! Unbelievable header! Adelaide celebrate, and it's Ryan Kitto. Denied by an offside. Incredible scenes. 97th minute, just seconds remaining. Juan Muñiz with the ball in. Release for the 15,000 in attendance at Coopers Stadium. The veterans, Craig Goodwin and Ryan Kitto, the heroes for Adelaide. Disappointment and a bad taste in the mouth for Arthur Dillis and Melbourne Victory, who thought they had their own homegrown hero of their own in Matt Grimaldi, who equalised and then thought he'd won it, only for it to be snatched away. What a remarkable night of football. The type of nights that only football can deliver in this country. And the original rivalry sits right near the top of that pile as well. all finished in front of a pulsating Coopers Stadium crowd. Adelaide 2, Melbourne victory 1.
After torrential rain and flooding saw the fixture postponed by a day, the Central Coast Mariners took on the Macarthur Bulls at Polytech Stadium on Sunday. It had been a turbulent week for the Mariners after the Australian professional leagues took over ownership of the club on an interim basis until a sale could be made. Mariners boss Warren Moon made 4 changes to his side that lost to Perth Glory last week, whilst Bulls boss Mile Stajovski brought Matt Yerman and Harry Sawyer back into his 11, whilst Socceroo Mitchell Duke was on the bench as he returns to the A-League for the first time since 2021.
Caceres down the right-hand side, ball towards the middle of the park. Andrew Redmayne makes a really good save from Kujan, and then on the follow-up has to tap it over the bar from a great strike from a long way out from Callum Talbot. Here they come again, Macarthur. This is just absolutely relentless. A great save by Redmayne. Moragas has had a tough afternoon with Callum Talbot so far. McCalmont with the back heel, trying to send DePizio on the way. Miggy DePizio feeding through, must be offside. Was the Ollie Lavala as he timed his run beautifully. Ollie Lavala against the run of play for the Central Coast Mariners, off the crossbar. Gujan having an excellent game again, and here is Duke almost immediately with a header over the bar. Talbot looks to whip one in. It's a low ball. It was flicked on by a Mariners player in Brantman, and now the shot from Luke Vickery, who's looked so good since coming on, and he gets the goal for his side. Andrew Redmayne cannot believe it, and Luke Vickery, just 5 minutes after coming on, gets the goal that gives Macarthur a 1-0 lead. Still with Vickery though, Macarthur looking for a second. Moragas gets a toe in. Vickery goes to ground. Now they go up the other end. Savic Nior, he could be one-on-one with Kurto. He goes around the keeper. Can Nior get this on goal? Oh, Matt Yerman tries to block it on the line. He's unable to, and Savic Nior rolls it in the back of the net, and it's 1-1. Savic Nior with his 4th of the season, his 3rd in his last 5 games, from one end to the other. We're back on level pegging. Brantman brings it down on the chest. Has Scott in front of him. Cuts back onto the left. Bailey Brantman, we've seen him hit those ones before. And now Bradley Tapp. Oh, that was a really nice strike. Kudos to the Central Coast Mariners fans who've come out in atrocious conditions a day after a delay. They thought they may have missed out on anything this afternoon when they found themselves a goal down at the hands of Luke Vickery. But Savic Nior came up with an equaliser. Andrew Redmayne was an absolute hero for the Central Coast Mariners. Some big saves in both halves of football. Mitchell Duke, when he came on for Macarthur, had some really good opportunities to score his first goal back in the A-League. He wasn't able to find the back of the net. It has finished in Gosford after Luke Vickery's goal. 10 minutes later, Savic Nior made it the Central Coast Mariners 1, Macarthur FC 1.
The final game of round 13 saw Sydney FC return to Allianz Stadium for the first time this season to face the visiting Wellington Phoenix. After Auckland's loss earlier in the round, a win would take the Sky Blues back to the top of the table. As such, head coach Uvuk Tale stuck with the same 11 that beat Macarthur last weekend, whilst Carlo Armiento returned to Giancarlo Italiano's side after serving his 1-game suspension.
Exler with the header, returned by Payne. Armiento shot on sight and a good save. Devonish Mears down and putting the ball behind for a corner kick. Ocon Jr. and now Wood doesn't want to shoot from outside the box. Quintal cuts onto his left side, and there were 2 Sky Blues waiting at the far post, but neither could lunge for the ball. Now enjoying a longer chain of passes here as Garuccio. McCarron committed, and he had to make a save in the end. He's received a big blow to the body for his trouble, and now Wood can use his strength to hold off Nagasawa. Quintal, Ryan Grant cuts it back. Quintal, McCarron saves, and it's cleared away. Tim Payne first to react. Eamon McCarron has shaken off the knock to make an excellent save. He's going off a stutter step run up, and he fires with a big deflection, and in. Carlo Arviento. The left-footed super boot delivers for the Wellington Phoenix. Home fans find their voice, and the game continues. Oh, and Nazarene scythed down by Yuli, and that is going to draw the ire of the fans and the entire Wellington bench up as one here. The referee's going to brandish a red. Yuli is sent off. If they do score here, they might send him back to the bench. Here's Garuccio. Garuccio fires, and Mandrake James put his body in the perfect position to send it behind for a corner. Campithano. And now Alex Grant. Oh, struck it with some venom. A long anticipation over this set piece. And Payne will take it. Rufer in space. Jags left. Lifts it across, and it's 2 for Wellington. Isaac Hughes. What a time for the Phoenix to make it 2. And the away bay, joyous scenes as boos ring out the rest of the stadium. The odds firmly against them. Akola Con, can he get an instant reply? Holman, blocked away by Mandrake James, and the drive across the face from Campithano. And the ball goes out for a throw in, and Mandrake James stays down. Here's Marin France, and now Campithano from distance, and a good save. McCarron showing his talents. And the full-time whistle goes on a statement win for the Wellington Phoenix. They have spoiled the homecoming for Sydney FC. First game of the season at Allianz Stadium, but it's Wellington who scored the only 2 goals either side of a red card, which did have a huge say in how the second half played out. Sydney FC 0, Wellington Phoenix 2.
And so at the end of round 13, it's Auckland FC who remain on top of the ladder ahead of Sydney FC, whilst Newcastle Jets have rocketed up into 3rd, Brisbane Roar, Melbourne City and Macarthur Bulls, the other sides making up the top 6. At the other end of the ladder, Central Coast Mariners are off the bottom of the table with their draw against the Macarthur Bulls, taking them clear of Western Sydney Wanderers, who now sit at the foot of the table. Join us next week for another action-packed round of fixtures headlined by the Big Blue between Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC. We'll catch you there.